contest is a grudge 8-man tag team match. It is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Team number 1, at a combined weight of 839 pounds, the team of Incognito, and be accompanied by Shane Hagedorn, the American Wolves of Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, and that young knockout kid, Chris Hero.
8-man tag team action in our next matchup here at Take No Prisoners, as the American Wolves of Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, along with their sweet and sour stablemate Chris Hero, teaming up with Incognito to take on the ROH World Tag Team Champions Kevin Steen and El Generico, along with former 5-time ROH World Tag Team Champion Jay Briscoe and their partner Magno.
Opponents in a combined weight of 845 pounds. The team of...
Oh, it's breaking down in Houston, Lenny Leonard.
Magno and Incognito, both from the El Paso area, but have made a career wrestling in the country of Mexico, making their ROH debut this weekend here in Houston.
Now, the one that looks like a cheetah, is that Cheetah Kid?
No, it's not Cheetah Kid.
Puma?
No, it's not Puma.
Dragon Soldier B?
It is certainly not Dragon Soldier B.
I think it might be Dragon Soldier B. You just don't recognize him because he's Incognito.
Oh, come on.
Meanwhile, the battle is continuing on the floor with the other men involved in the matchup. The ROH regulars.
Magno with the head scissors, and he's in the far corner ready to strike. 6 men continue to battle out on the floor as Magno charges the corner, runs up the chest of Incognito, who's still standing on his feet. Up and over the top he goes. Off the ropes goes Magno. Takes him down with the head scissors.
Some excellent agility shown by both competitors right there. Nigel McGuinness, what do you make of the Lucha stylings of Battle Cat?
Well, I kind of liked him in Nacho Libre, but right here in Ring of Honor, I'm not so sure. All joking aside, though, these guys are very great athletes, and they can do things. And these are big guys, don't get me wrong. They're big fellas, and they can fly all over the place. It's certainly something that I wouldn't want to do.
Kevin Steen with a right hand to the face of Eddie Edwards as he throws him back under the bottom rope, and the issue between Steen and Generico and the American Wolves has been documented here on pay-per-view. As the Wolves doing damage to the knee of Kevin Steen in New York, back at the Hammerstein Ballroom, part of the 7th anniversary show.
It seems as though whenever anyone is near the American Wolves, they tend to have knee problems, be it Kevin Steen or Mark Briscoe, who is currently sidelined as well.
Well, when you got the American Wolves jumping people from behind, hitting them in the knee with chairs, yeah, you are apt to end up with knee problems.
Well, it's all about Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards sending a message to the entire locker room that they mean business in the tag team ranks here in Ring of Honor, and their goal is to hold the World Tag Team titles currently around the waist of Kevin Steen and El Generico.
They are accompanied to ringside by the new executive director of Sweet and Sour Incorporated, Shane Hagedorn. Apparently, the manservant's gotten a promotion.
Yeah, he's been promoted a little bit, handling the ringside duties here, conducting business. But right now, it is Kevin Steen, only on the count of 1 right there.
Makes the tag to his partner, El Generico, a man who Nigel McGuinness, well, 2 men that Nigel McGuinness had his fair share of battles against while he was world champion.
There's the tag, in comes Davey Richards. And it's El Generico able to take him down with the arm drag.
Generico has some lucha experience himself. He is the generic luchador.
He's a master of that Canadian lucha.
Like lariat by Generico catches Davey Richards on the point of the jaw.
Yeah, you mentioned before that both these guys have had a shot against me, and to be perfectly honest with you, they did pretty well. They didn't get the job done, but if you can just imagine how good they were in singles against me, put them together in a tag team, they're going to be a very difficult team to beat for those belts. But if I was a gambling man and I had to put my money on somewhere, I'd have to say those American Wolves. I love them as a team. You know, Eddie Edwards has come a long way since he started off in the Ring of Honor. Davey Richards, he works as hard as anyone in this business. You know, they are a great team. And to be perfectly honest with you, like I said, I think they've got a great chance of getting those belts.
They've got that mean streak, that killer instinct that really any wrestler needs if they want to get a championship belt around their waist. And they certainly have their sights set on Steen and Generico, and a great leg lariat to the midsection on Jay Briscoe by Davey. Makes the tag to Chris Hero, another guy who's really come into his own over the past several months after an extended tour of Pro Wrestling Noah.
And after returning from Noah, Chris Hero revealed that the legendary Mitsuharu Misawa handed down the rolling elbow, gave him a green elbow pad. You know, Misawa known for the green gear. And Hero, that young knockout kid, he's been knocking people out left and right with the rolling elbow. As well, he's really mastered those flash kicks. But right now it is Generico with the upper hand.
Off his feet, gets a 2 count right there after the run off the top. Referee Todd Sinclair right there as Hero gets the shoulder up just in the nick of time. Chin breaker by Hero. Ducks the right hand, does Generico, but ends up on the shoulders and dropped down to the canvas. Senton across the chest by Hero.
And there's a mistake you'll see there. Generico made. He went for that same sort of Lucha Libre arm drag move. Didn't pay off the second time. And now he's going to pay the price.
Hero able to make the tag to Richards. Sends Generico into the ropes. Hard clothesline knocking down El Generico. Another tag quickly here to Eddie Edwards. And the team of Edwards, Richards, Hero, and Incognito. Great job of teamwork, making the frequent tags and avoiding the snot rockets of Kevin Steen.
As well as the saliva. Quite the exchange right there. And back in comes the Cruel Connection.
It's Incognito. Scooping a slam on Generico. Incognito out to the outside. Springboard senton, nicely done. And
oh, you see how he glared at Kevin Steen after doing that senton? Steen known for a very similar maneuver himself.
Another tag here to Chris Hero. Hard chop to the chest. Sending Generico crashing down to the canvas. Stomping on the fingers. Hero now measuring Generico.
What do you think of Hero's new ring attire there, Andy?
Not someone who normally pays attention to what men wear inside the ring, but...
Does it look familiar to you? Kind of reminiscent of Rollerball Mark Rocco back in the old British wrestling days.
I'm not that old, Nigel. I mean, come on.
But Chris Hero, another one of those wrestlers that borrows from different styles of wrestling, and he is a big fan of that style of wrestling, the old British style, and he does have the upper hand right now, and they've cut the ring in half. El Generico nowhere near his corner to tag in a Kevin Steen or a Jay Briscoe or perhaps Magno out on the apron.
Kevin Steen trying to get the crowd behind Generico here.
They can chant Olay all they want, but when you got Davey Richards standing between you and your corner, you're not going to be able to make a tag.
Richards off the ropes, right into a Michinoku driver. This might be the opportunity Generico's needed to make the tag. He's got Richard dazed, but he needs to crawl to his corner and makes the tag. All three men hit the ring.
No, the referee is completely losing control of this one. Bodies flying everywhere. Steen, Magno, and Jay Briscoe standing inside the ring now.
Well, only for the moment. Wiping out their opponents.
This is wrestling! This is Ring of Honor!
Magno and Generico still inside the ring.
Another huge risk pays off for Generico, but Chris Hero's got him.
Magno off the top.
This crowd coming unglued here in Houston.
And Eddie Edwards rolled back inside the ring.
And that's the thing with big, dangerous moves like that. They're pretty, they're nice, but you've got to capitalize on it. Let's see if Generico can.
Yakuza in the corner on Edwards. Right into the arms of Steen. Pump handle neck breaker. Slingshot leg drop. splash by Briscoe. Broken up. All 8 men inside the ring.
Who's legal? Tell me, Lenny, who is the legal man?
Well, Jay Briscoe was on top of Eddie Edwards, so I'd have to say they were legal men.
Are you sure?
Todd Sinclair counted.
Into the barricade goes Incognito at the hands of Jay Briscoe. Meanwhile, Chris Hero and Kevin Steen battling in the corner.
Front face lock by Steen as Hero tries to fight his way free.
I think this is broken down. I don't think Sinclair knows who's legal. Well, that's Generico. He's definitely legal. And I guess Hero must have made a tag in that melee.
Generico to the second.
Hero needs to block this brainbuster attempt here.
That's precisely what he's doing.
Oh, and down goes Todd Sinclair. And here comes the Misawa elbow pad.
The loaded elbow pad.
It's not loaded. Chris Hero just can knock people out really well when he's wearing it.
Oh, now Generico can knock people out when he kicks them in the head. Yakuza by Generico.
He's got to block this brainbuster. Generico known to dump his opponent on top of the turnbuckle with a brainbuster from this position, but elbow right there from Hero, and he goes for the cover.
Jay Briscoe with the save. El Generico almost knocked unconscious right there, and Jay Briscoe smartly dragging him towards his corner so he can make the tag. Rolling elbow. No. Over the top, Hero lands on the apron, shoulder block. Steen on the outside, grabs the elbow pad.
Hey, come on. Misawa gave it to Chris Hero as a gift. How could he take it away like that?
And over the top, Hero off the ropes. Spine buster by Briscoe. Calling for some help. Magno out on the apron.
Oh no, Jay Driller.
Spike Jay Driller.
The winners, the team of Jay Briscoe, Magno, and the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Kevin Steen and El Generico.
Jay Briscoe, Magno, and the World Tag Team Champions, Kevin Steen and El Generico, victorious in 8-man tag team action.
Nigel McGuinness, thank you for joining us on commentary here tonight.
Well, it's a pleasure. It's always been nice to be here. I'm going to head to the back. I'm going to address the crowd coming up here in the show. I'll leave it in your very capable hands, boys.
Thank you again, Nigel, for everything you've done for Ring of Honor.